Hello, this is my fourth video recording in AWS series. Okay, so in this video, what I'm trying to show you is um, I have a setup that's already been explained in the third video recording, which basically I said, okay, I have a jump host, and now basically what I'm trying to do is um, in the private subnet 1, I'm trying to spin off one more EC2 instance, which is nothing but a private instance. And that private instance, I can go and work through the management console and make it possible. But what I want to do is, instead of going through the management console, to spin off a EC2 instance and private one subnet, what I want to do is I want to have that instance spun off through my local. I have a Pycharm IDE in my local system. So through this program, Python program, I want to, you know, I want to initiate a EC2 instance in the private subnet. Okay. So I'm going to explain that what exactly I'm doing. So this what I have in my VPC is right now a public security group. Okay, and this security group is attached to any instance in the public subnets. Okay, so uh, if you watch the third video, then in that video I explained what I did in this public security group. Okay, I'm going to show you that too. So for the default security group, these are the rules. Okay, so if you look at it, I'm allowing SSH, ICMP, HTTP, and ICMP. Okay, why do I have two ICMPs here? Okay, one, I'm saying, okay, please allow the ping from my local system, which I set as a source here, okay, as my web address in this line. And here I said, okay, I do want to ping back any of the systems that in the private subnet to ping back to my public subnets. Just ping. Okay, I allowed that. So that's the reason. So in here, I gave in this line, in this rule, individual rule, I gave private um, my private IP address, and in this I gave the subnet of the private subnet. So the reason why I did that, I did it that way is, as I said, right now I want to, using this program, I want to grab some details programmatically from my account and from my VPC and spin off a EC2 instance in the private subnet. So once I spin off EC2 in the private subnet, I want to ping back from that private subnet to my Bastion host. That's the reason I gave this ICMP. Okay, so just because I don't want to allow traffic from anywhere, just to ping my IPs, I just did it in this way. Okay, all right. Let me show you the other details. So this is the Bastion host that I have. I have only one instance. Okay. So this is my VPC. Okay. So what I am trying to do in my Pycharm is, I'll show you. Okay. So if you open the client, basically once there is a function called as describe instances. Okay. For the EC2 client, describe instances. Okay. Describe instance. There you go. Describe instances. Okay. And the response is here a dictionary. Okay. In the dictionary, hang on just a minute. Okay, the response is a dictionary. Once you execute this function on the client, then based on the from the response dictionary, okay, this is the response, where the response is a dictionary. From the dictionary, I'm grabbing some of the details which I need to spin off a EC2 instance in the private subnet right here. Okay. Okay. So what are those details? So if you take a look at here, what I'm saying is I want to use the same AMI. Okay. And the current VPC, okay, what is the in which VPC I want to currently I have, what is the details of it, and AG, okay, based on the Bastion host, I said I want my private instance in the same AG. That's the reason I'm grabbing the AG in here, and owner ID, my owner number, and the key name, and the profile, instance profile ARN, and instance profile ID. That's what I'm grabbing from the dictionary object right here, from the dictionary object. Okay. So once I'm grabbing that, then all I'm doing is, okay, once the basically using that details, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spin off a security group, because the EC2 instance needs a security group, right? So I am security group EC2 key pair, instance profile, and you can, these are the minimum things that you need, and volume and stuff, those are the minimum things you need, but default values will be there, but I'm giving my own values for some of the security group, the ingress and the outgress, okay, ingress, sorry. So in the, what I'm saying is I want to name it as a private SG, and once the private SG, all I'm saying is, okay, allow the TCP 22, and also allow the TCP 80. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, and I want to spin off an instance, and okay, here once the instance has is ready to once that some of the details should be ready for the instance to spin off, right? So in that case, if the security group takes little bit time, then um, then what happens in that case? If the security group is not, while creating the security group, you have an issue, okay, or your code is not right in the Python program, okay. So what happens in that case? In that case, the program will fail, but that's okay. The program failed, you will check the errors and you will again make sure that Python code is basically you corrected the Python code based on your requirements. Okay, that's fine. But it takes, to create the security group, it takes little time. Okay, from once you run the program, right? Once you ran the programs, okay. So in that case, you need to create the EC2 instance. You need details of the security group, okay, right? You need the details of the security group. But in the program itself, you are creating a new private security group, right? Okay. So in this case, to create the instance, your program needs to wait until the security group is created and ready in your account, right? So there are two ways you can do that. There are two ways, okay, you can do that. One way is you can let the Python program sleep for certain time period, okay. But I don't think that's a good strategy, because what if it takes more time than that? Because on the AWS side, I mean, maybe it is slow, maybe it has some kind of problems on the AWS side. Recently, some of the AWS data centers, that it has some kind of problems arised, and that is the case, okay. So in that case, what you need to do is, okay, there is the waiter, okay, class that you need to implement in the program. What does the waiter wants to do? Waiter will check the status of the security group, and once the status is ready, what you coded in the program, then it will execute next step. Okay, so this is much more better, right? So what I did is, okay, I did say, okay, here, if you take a look, okay, I said, waiter, please wait. Okay, until what point? Until security group exists. Okay, what security group? The security group I got here, security group. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Please wait. Okay, until what? Until I get this group ID from the security group, and until that security group ID is there, please wait. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and after that I'm saying, okay, run the instance, and in the run the instance I'm giving the AMI, the minimum count, maximum count, instance type, the security group ID, and subnet, the subnet, which subnet I want to create, and the any kind of tags you want to create, and the instance profile you want to attach. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So by giving these details, what I'm doing, I'm programmatically spinning off an EC2 instance from my on-premise PC. I mean, I can assume that this is on-premise, and say, okay, I want to spin off an EC2 instance from the on-premise to the off-premise in the cloud. So that's what I'm trying to show you. Okay, so previously I can do this by going into the console, but that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to show you this using this program, what I'm doing. Okay, let me run this program and show you exactly what will happen in that. Okay, exit code 0. That means that no errors, everything executed as planned. So let me pause this video and show you what it did. So previously, if you watch I mean, in the same security groups, I don't have this. Now, based on the program, he created this. Okay, and so here, before I have only Bastion host. Now this is the private instance that I, from my program in the Python program, it was created by my Python program in this availability zone using the same instance type t2.micro, and still it is in the initializing state. Okay, so that's what I'm doing from my from my local PC in Pycharm IDE using this program. This is what I did. Okay, and in the next video, what I will show you is, okay, connecting from Bastion host to private instance, and from my local PC to connecting to Bastion host. All the details I will show you in the next video. Okay, and I just want to show you the status checks are okay, and this Bastion host I have to I'm just using the free tier as much as possible. So Bastion host, I just want to start it too. This one is stopped state right now, but once I start it, the status checks becomes 2x2 complete. So then basically I want to show you that. Okay, give me a few minutes. I mean, here you go. Both the private instance is running and This instance is been created from my local PC Pycharm Python program that I run in my Pycharm IDE. And this one I started right now using the console. Okay, so that's what it is. So both checks are okay and both are running. This is the best in host in public private, I mean public subnet, and this is in the private subnet in the availability zone 2A. Okay, alright. So I will stop this recording until here. I showed you what I created, the security group I showed you, and the details of the program I showed you, and I explained about the waiter class. And so in the next video I will connect from my PC to Bastion host, local PC to Bastion host, and from Bastion host I will connect to private instance, and I will show you those details. Okay, thank you. This is Siri Bytes. See you in the next video.